What's up, guys? Chris here. Welcome to the series by Souls My Sanity, creating giant Lego cities, pop culture recreations where my mind comes up with inside of Lego Fortnite. All that's left is straight up chaos. In today's episode, that's very little. There's been this fun bug that persists since the recent update where I can no longer sprint when flying. Help me. But today's video, we're showcasing my race build, which is Teen Titans Tower. And man, this build has been an absolute blast to put together as I slowly fight it over here. And funnily enough, fun fact about this build, it's not like a little history lesson. Ever since like this build was kind of conceptualized like late July to early August, and seeing it fully done now is so cool. And originally it was gonna actually be something similar to the Fantastic Metropolis video, and it was actually gonna include that build over there, which is you can probably guess what it is, which is the Hall of Justice. I have not finalized the design for that, so I decided to just move to like fully fleshing out the Titans Tower, which I think was definitely worthwhile, as it's one of my favorite things I've done. As it's a very simple build. But everything around it is so cool, man. I absolutely love it. So you got this cool little like terraforming going on here, and it's one of the main experimental aspects of this build. As I wanted to kind of flesh out like Lego terraforming inside Lego Fortnite, I don't know. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. I like my dream update for Lego Fortnite would be like a total biome rework where everything is just like similar to Lego worlds, and then we have like Lego biomes. I know that's very unlikely, but man, I can dream, right? And yeah, like this build, like it was a lot of fun. Originally, I was actually gonna have this build ready for the anniversary of the channel, which was on the 9th, and the first video anniversary was on the 11th, which is pretty cool. But I got like sick, which I had to delay it, so I didn't sound like. Oh god, but yeah, like the terraforming itself here, it's just I love it. It took me a while to put this all together. Originally, the whole platform was like just like the giant foundation pieces like this, like the giant ones, just like formatted all together. And eventually, I decided to just like smooth everything out, and it was very time consuming. I think it took over like 2 hours, an hour, but it's so worth it. It does flesh out everything in a way that makes it. It all pulls it together, in my opinion. And then over here, I've also used the lighting, utilizing the cabin stuff, the log cabin, which is a free gallery you get when you first start playing Lego Fortnite, and of course the Supernova Academy gallery to kind of use the grass pieces, because I just love these green grass pieces. They take up so much memory, but I absolutely love them. And then over here, you kind of have the tower itself. Actually, the tower is literally made out of Supernova Academy pieces solely, like the extra. I mean, it is this. If you want to create the build. You basically, if you have the last like Lego pass, you're good. You're good to go. You can also make it out of like other stuff. Like if you don't have that, I believe you can also use the recent pass here, as there's very similar walls, like right about here. The only difference is that there's pink, which is cool, because pink makes people strong. But over here, you also got the Moss Isley gallery being utilized for the pathing, which you can go down here. Which is something else from the recent update, which I absolutely adore as a quality of life feature to builders, is as you see here, I got like a normal like kind of like dock stuff that I do, but one of the recent updates it kind of changed because normally you can't really like move up, you have to go this way or this way when you're utilizing the thruster piece. But in the recent update, if you push square, at least on PlayStation, you can push stuff up and you can push stuff down. This doesn't just go for the thruster piece stuff, you just do it normally for like builds here. But when you're using the thruster piece, it's such a lifesaver because it saves so much time. Because I can tell you like how much time I spend doing this typically, just to kind of make things go as even as possible. Like in this here, it doesn't take as much time. But there's other situations where I'm using the thruster piece and it takes so long, and this whole quality of life feature, it saves me so much time, and I'm so thankful Epic has added that. One of my things that I do wish Epic adds though is the ability to have builds go sideways on builds, similar to how it is in Brick Life, because you can only really do this on terrain. So you can only have the different angles on terrain, not builds. So I don't know why it's only in Brick Life. That's kind of something I've been wanting in Lego Fortnite Odyssey for a while, but this is a good first step. But yeah, going to the actual build itself, once again, it's a very simple build, utilizing the Supernova Academy pieces. And it's all put together very nice. You just go 14 up, and then the 10 part mark here, you start building up this way. I'm gonna have a tutorial out for this thing very soon. I might just wait out until Thursday when the update drops, because I being real, I don't really want to go like whoa. I'm being real here. The whole like me not being able to sprint while I'm flying makes the game pretty much like unplayable for me. I spend way too much hours in this game, and if I'm building just like this, it's very painful. Help me. But yeah, the build itself, once again, is pretty cool. And that leads us to the interior. So come on. Why am I acting like I'm from Blue's Clues or something? It's like, come on! There's just William Afton. It's like William Afton just luring kids into the back room. Come on. I have candy. Game over, man. Can I go? Oh, God. God. But going inside here, you have some cool little Easter eggs. Now, there's a lot of interior stuff here that's based upon Teen Titans Go. Like the garage here. The garage is heavily inspired by Teen Titans Go. You got stuff here like the grappler. I don't know why the grappler is here. Maybe Robin just left it here. You got a lightsaber, you got a wrench, you got a little explosive from the Star Wars stuff. You got some welding helmets, some parts, and pieces. This little telescope that you can unlock through expeditions. You got this locker, pretty cool if you ask me, and you got this where the Teen Titans Van would normally be. You'll find out the fate of the Teen Titans Van very soon, trust me, don't worry about it. Everything's smooth and possible here. You also got some welding machines from the Orogari Pass, and then you got some other stuff as well, like these little pieces from Mos Eisley. Then over here, you got my favorite like Easter egg from one of my favorite episodes of Teen Titans Go, where you just like have the Wonder Twins show up, and then the Element Wonder Twin is stuck as like the receptionist, and then he just like turns himself as a water and just tries to leave because he's just tired of working here. Versus like his sister's doing all of like the actual superhero stuff. It's a funny episode, and I kind of wanted to reference it here. So that's what that is. Now, going over here, you can go up to the elevator, which I think that the elevator took me like about like 20 to 30 minutes. But going over here, you have like the least detailed room of this entire tower, largely due to the build limit. Bum bum bum. So yeah, this room was actually a reference to the DCAMU, which is the films which include like Batman and Robin, Justice League Apocalypse War. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. In the Teen Titans films, they actually have a training room where Robin fights Blue Beetle. That's the scene that I kind of want to inspire us off of. So I wanted kind of like a little training arena so the Teen Titans can just like fight. Similar to like the X room inside of like X-Men's Mansion, where the people can just like have hologram simulations and fight the Sentinels or stuff like that. Now over here you got this room, which I found this cool image from the original Teen Titans Teen Titans series. One of my favorite series, by the way. And then you got like some cool stuff going here. It's like a little trophy room. So you got a little chocolate llama, you got a real raven, you got some stuff over here, like a little trophy from Expedition. Yeah, I believe that's from Expeditions. I could be wrong. But you got this trophy case here from Expeditions. That's cool. And then you got this stuff here for Supernova Academy galleries. You got stuff from the Weapon X galleries. You got the little thing that's supposed to be Teen Titans Van. You just say Mammoth broke it. Or maybe Deathstroke just sliced it. Who knows? You got this little Darth Vader bus, and you got this little plant that maybe Raven created. And then you got this cool thing from the Supernova Academy that I call the Brain, man. Ever since I watched Season 3 of Teen Titans, the Brain has solidified himself as like one of my favorite DC villains. Especially for the Teen Titans. I don't know, I just find it's like a little robot that can barely move. Just being very menacing, like such a cool character. I definitely want to see more of him in the future. Like I definitely want to see more of him. Like he's very much an incredible character. And yeah, like there's not much really going on here. It's a cool little scene that I thought would be cool to include in this whole build. But going up, this leads us to another room, which is based on the live action series. We had like a bunch of the costumes for the like Teen Titans members, and it was a lot of fun to put together. You can also say this is a reference to the Young Justice series, where we have like a memorial to heroes, but it's more specifically based upon the live action series. You got some cool stuff here, a bunch of different suits from the Supernova Academy. You even got a Chocolate Llama making a reappearance. Kind of funny. You got some knight armor. It's cool stuff going on here. And then over here, you got some computer screens. You got some stuff as well. And then going upstairs, you find yourself to an other room inspired by Teen Titans Go. As I mentioned before, a lot of this tower is inspired by Teen Titans Go, which is a whole storage room, which has a bunch of different references, such as fish and a Ram Llama floaty. Yeah, the iconic gag from last year that I rarely do anymore has made a reappearance. As long as the green chairs that haunt everything. Welcome to the reoccurring gags of this series. You gotta love it. But yeah, there's some cool stuff going here. This is based upon like multiple appearances of this little like storage attic that they have in Teen Titans Go. pretty stuff, and I just want to throw this little stuff from Exhibitions here, this little Raven. I don't know, I just thought it was cool. I just want to include it somewhere in this build. And going upstairs, you can actually find the main living room of the Titans, which was a lot of fun to put together. This was actually one of the first interiors that I did for the build. And you got a little duck floaty right there. Because the meme, I think you may know this meme where it's like, look, a birdie! Yeah, that's what that's supposed to be a reference to. And of course you got the TV here where the Teen Titans watch stuff and you got their couch. Pretty cool. If you ask me, I wanted to kind of make this look as cool as possible, man. Yeah, just saying. And then going this way, you can go to like the actual rooms. So you got like Starfire's room. I did the best way I can at the spacing that we're stuck with here inside of Fortnite. Like, not really Fortnite, it's stuff I did. I created the design of this build. It's very cramped. Why did I do this to myself? You got Raven's room. Pretty cool. They got the plant making a reappearance. And then you got the bathroom, which is a pretty cool room. One of my favorite rooms that I've actually included inside this build. And you got Cyborg's room. Pretty cool. And then you got Robin's room. I actually really like Robin's room. He has like a custom desk here that took me like a few minutes to actually make. Utilizing like one of the desks from Daily Bugle, and you got some fence pieces, and you got the books from the like the clutter section, which looks cool, and you got the Weapon X little TV monitor there as well. You got Beast Boy's room, pretty cool. He has a television on like the Daily Bugle for some reason, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You got this little like hologram thing right about there. Now going this way, you can actually find the little lighting thing. It's kind of like a security room because I want to reference like the episode where Beast Boy just shows Terror like their security room. And I love these like little red things from like the first Org area. I don't know, I just think that's such a cool effect. And yeah, I just want to make a reference to that. It's kind of like their security room. And then over here you got the iconic kitchen from Teen Titans Go. We're going to spend a lot of episodes here. A lot of episodes. Possibly too many episodes, but that's beyond the point. But yeah, that makes sense. Basically about it for the build itself. I know, it's a quick little showcase of the build. And it was a lot of fun to put together. Like, seriously, this whole build was an absolute blast to make, and yeah, it took me about a week, I want to say. It definitely took me about a week to put this all together, and I want to say it's also been worth it. It's a fun little build, a fun little idea. It's nice, like, a lot of things about Lego Fortnite that I love is when you actually throw your ideas out there, and when it fully comes to life, it's just like, yes, I did something. And it's definitely one of those builds, because as simple as it is, there's a lot of detail here that fully brings it to life, and especially if you look at it at night, look at that. That just looks amazing. Especially if you look at my favorite angle when I look at this build, which since like Teen Titans Tower is out in angle for the whole entire island, you got this cool thing where you see the previous few like builds, and this like seeing everything look like this makes the amount of hours I spend in like this freaking game mode absolutely worth it, in my opinion. Because look at that, you got like the Daily Planet, you got the Baxter building, and then you got the Hall of Justice when that's finished, and you got whatever buildings I had over there and then over here. I'm just saying, it's absolutely beautiful, and yeah, I do hope you guys did enjoy this build. I know this video is a bit of a short one, but yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely consider leaving a like, and if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing for more content just like this, as I make a lot more Lego Fortnite videos, very similar to this in general. And if you definitely have any ideas for what you want to see next, let me know down in the comments down below, as I'd be very interested. The next video is definitely probably going to be something related to Halloween, as October is coming up very soon, and with the rapid pace of how I make these videos, and especially with me having like school right now, it takes me a while to make these videos, so it's most likely the next upload will be in October. So if you have any ideas what you want to see, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, with that being said, I do hope you guys have a spectacular day, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everyone!